Our next speaker is an arts educator. Her name is Nancy Frohlich, and she's from Rockport. And you just heard the leap in Marsha's. You're going to hear some more leaps. Nancy is the founding director of Leaps of Imagination. She's worked in small schools as a head of school, director of studies, and a teacher. Her earliest training came from Sybil Marshall, a renowned British educator, who believed that a classroom is like a symphony. One subject should flow and connect with the others, like instruments in an orchestra. Please help me welcome Nancy Frohlich.
Good morning. Every year, for more than 20 years, I designed a full year's study of moments in history, integrating the arts. Regardless of what I planned, I never knew if my curriculum would take flight. I was having my doubts months after my first graders had begun reading myths, building large columns, and painting frescoes, when early one November morning, I heard some commotion outside the door. Sophie flew straight into the classroom. "It's a sacrifice to the gods! It's a sacrifice to the gods!" I opened the door, and just beyond the threshold was a pigeon lying dead on the pavement. In that split second, I knew my methods were working. Sophie was living history, and the art of ancient times had transported her back there. For the next 35 years, I continued to weave art into the curriculum, designing programs, and finally becoming a head of school. This work deepened my belief that when we give children an authentic context and embed art into teaching, kids just like Sophie will thrive. When I retired, I left Boston to move north, and once in Maine, still drawn to the classroom and visiting schools, I heard that major budget cuts were imminent. Art would be the first to go. If kids were going to be deprived of art, I'd make something out of the ordinary happen for them. The program I designed integrated quality art teaching into grade level curriculum, and I called it Leaps of Imagination. Social justice was our focus, and we would challenge students to do the kind of thinking they needed as compassionate members of a global community. If you take a look at this slide, you'll see some of the kids' ideas there that they dictated to our staff as they were living through the program. If kids took the bold steps to become art makers, they'd gain enough confidence to become change makers. I approached the Rockland schools proposing a community partnership. I would work closely with teachers. So we met with the principal, for whom it turned out to be her first year, and 2 second grade teachers. And I thought if the district got me started, I would raise the rest of the money myself. And that was certainly the challenge for me. With a few private donations and a contribution from RSU 13, I assembled a team of mentor artists who'd work in classrooms with children for 4 hours each week, 2 hours a morning, twice a week, for a full month. I thought back to the early years when I was teaching first graders about ancient Greece. I could continue where I'd left off. If my intention was to set kids' minds on fire, art would be the medium. Although it was a leap for me to believe that I could make this happen, in March of 2014, Leaps of Imagination took off. We had 5 mentor artists, 36 children, and their courageous teachers at Laura Libby School in Thomaston, Maine. A theme of animal folktales and Ashley Bryan's beautiful blackbird inspired every one of us. Children worked in journals, and with partners they created collagraphs. and original stories, and we exhibited their work all around. We asked kids, what is imagination? It's like magic. You close your eyes and see stuff, and it disappears when you open them. With your imagination, you can do stuff you wouldn't normally do, like invent something, go on a spaceship, explore, make art, cure cancer. You can do anything you want. You can make things up, and it feels like it's actually real. It's like dreaming. When you close your eyes, anything can happen. Since then, we've been joined by more than 150 elementary school kids from Thomaston, Cushing, St. George, and Vinyl Haven. We are flourishing. LEAPS has become a permanent part of some public school programs. Art draws kids out of themselves into a world of possibilities, just like that lone pigeon helped Sophie make her connection. LEAPS is evolving into a multi-generational project. In our upcoming collaboration with St. George School and Jackson Memorial Library, the students in Tennants Harbor will be the experts coaching seniors. As a third grade student from last year's Leaps of Imagination class said at St. George School, art is important for kids because it makes them have imaginative brains and think of ideas. Recently, I found a note secretly tucked into my bag by a second grader. It read, "You can fly like a bird, leap with frogs. With your imagination, you can do anything you want." I can only imagine what children might do next. Thank you.